This is a Lion Soldiers worldwide production. DrewTube presents.
Tell us your opinion. Where every opinion counts.
Tell us your opinion.
It matters to DrewTube.
Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, keep your eyes on DrewTube and make yourselves comfortable. Because now it's time for Tell Us Your Opinion with Nevena Maric.
Hello to everyone, and welcome to DrewTube, Entertainment and Enlightenment TV, the place to be. I'm your host, Nevena Maric. Here on Tell Us Your Opinion, today we have with us a panel of 4 broadcasting students who attend Humber College. Each of them will be sharing their view on the way society treats homeless and misunderstood people. But before we start
DrewTube presents.
Hi, I'm Aaron Doherty.
DrewTube Entertainment and Enlightenment TV, the place to be. That's the shiznit, baby.
DrewTube Entertainment and Enlightenment TV, the place to be.
Hi, Nevena. I'm Melissa Narain.
That's the panel. Now we can start.
So we will start with you, Aaron. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good, and I'm proud to be on DrewTube.
Tell our DrewTube audience what your view is on the way society treats homeless and misunderstood people.
I think a lot of people are impatient with people that are either homeless or they might not act the way that society wants them to. I think that we live in a society where we have all these quick fixes. If you don't like the way that you look, you go get plastic surgery. If you don't like the way that you think, you go to school, you get smarter. We have all these quick fixes. So when we come across somebody who's, either a drug addict or homeless or, maybe has bipolar, we just think, okay, well, what's a pill? What's something that they can do to just fix them? Just fix them and make them part of society. And some people, that's just not the way it is. I mean, you can't fix every single problem there is out there in the world. I know people who are bipolar personally, and, you just have to learn to sometimes just live with it, to deal with it. I think that these people want to be normal. They don't want, people looking at them and, thinking, my God, what's wrong with them? They don't want that, but unfortunately, that's just the way society is. Everybody, should be perfect, and everybody, if you're not, there's a way to fix it. And if we can't fix it, well then, screw it, we're gonna leave you behind. And it's unfair. It really is. But unfortunately, I don't see any way of really fixing that, because there's always going to be the people out there who don't want to understand, who don't really want to listen, who just really concentrate on their own problems, and that's just kind of the way that the world goes around. We'd all have to think the same way then, and that's just not the way that life works. So it's unfortunate, but I think that it's unavoidable also.
Thank you for sharing that, Aaron. If you're watching DrewTube, feel free to share your opinion on the way society treats homeless and misunderstood people below in the comment section. Now, Eric, tell our DrewTube viewers what your view is on the way society treats homeless and misunderstood people.
My opinion on homeless people is that they're extremely misunderstood, and all of them are not there because of their own doing. A lot of them have mental problems and disabilities and that have been neglected, and they never took the time to go get it checked out by their doctor or anything. And but don't get me wrong, there are homeless people out there who do it to themselves too. But basically what I'm getting at is we shouldn't be so quick to judge, because it can happen to any one of us. I have, as a child, one of my fears was becoming a homeless person. I remember going to Toronto with my family as a kid, as like on a day trip or something, and I would see homeless people, and I would always think in the back of my mind, oh, that could be me one day, and I don't want to be that person. So I know that it can happen to any one of us, so I think that we shouldn't be so quick to judge and condemn these people, because they're people too, and we just need to start realizing that. And as for social outcasts in general, you always want to fear what you don't understand, and you always want to hate what you don't understand. And I think the only way to better ourselves as a society and as human beings in general is is to stop being so judgmental and to actually understand, you know, these people, to actually understand why they are the way they are. And you know what? The only way to better ourselves as a society is to find out what's behind the door and to not be afraid of what may be behind the door. Because, you know what? That's to me, it's just so important. To me, it's just so important that we take the time to find out the mysteries of life and things like that, and stop being so afraid. And stop. The best way, I guess, to put it is, we're so conditioned to think in a box. Maybe it's time we start thinking in a circle.
That was Eric Campbell. And if you're watching...
Remember, DrewTube would like to know what your opinion is, so write what you think in the comments section.
Now we'll hear what Carlene thinks.
I think homeless people are seen as people who are just out there to get money. They're not really asking for change for a reason. I think a lot of people, when they walk down the street, they see a homeless person and they pass them by because they think that they're going to be using the money for drugs or using it for something other than food, because most of them ask for money for food, right? But most people don't believe what they're saying. And I think for myself, when I walk down the street, I kind of feel sorry for them. So sometimes I'm inclined to give them money because you really don't know what their story is. And I find like a lot of people who are homeless, they're usually, they have like a mental disorder, either schizophrenia or something's wrong, you know, and we, like, society is just seen to judge them or, you know, not accept them for where they're coming from, or, you know, maybe they came from a broken home or somewhere, you know, where they're just not understood. So I think that's the issue that we have, that we're constantly dealing with, and that's why they're often seen as outcasts. So
That was informative, Carlene. And if you're watching DrewTube,
Tell us your opinion.
and we will wrap up with Melissa's view.
I think the way that society treats homeless and misunderstood people is really unfortunate. I think a lot of people treat them really badly, and I really feel sorry for them. And I mean, you know, if there was any way that I could help, like, you know, I would. But you know, it's really hard because, like, you know, you don't really know where they're coming from, and you know, you're trying to understand them. Well, me anyway. And like, I basically look at it like you should treat everybody the same, and that's what I try to do every day, you know, treat everybody the same. And you're not different in any way. I mean, everybody is flawed in their own ways, and like, I think people should just treat everybody the same.
And that was Melissa. And before we end the show, here's my opinion. I believe that homeless people deserve to live where they want, and that everyone should respect them no matter what, because at the end of the day, they're still people too. I'm Nevena Maric, and thank you for watching DrewTube Entertainment and Enlightenment TV, the place to be. Remember to subscribe to DrewTube. We wish you the best.
And see you next show. See you next show. Remember, subscribe to DrewTube.
DrewTube Entertainment and Enlightenment TV, the place to be. DrewTube is #1. That's official.
DrewTube Entertainment and Enlightenment TV, the place to be.
Subscribe to DrewTube. That's the word from the street.